Good morning, LBHT crew. Good morning, Rogue Nation. Yes, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
Look, man. We are well into the off season, but the Ravens have been generous with off season news. Okay,
Right.
we are still enjoying the remnants of John Harbaugh being fired. Okay.
Yeah.
We have the scouting combine coming up or finished, and then free agency coming up. So there's a lot to discuss there. And of course, you got the draft in April. So lots of offseason activity. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us during the offseason. All right. And who we got in here? Michael Aiken, salute. Good morning. He's saying good morning on both channels. That's how you do it.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Carmelo Moody's in the house. Grand Rising. He's saying good morning on both channels. Salute.
Appreciate it.
Yes. In case you don't know, we are streaming live on two channels, Lunch Break Hot Take and the Rogue Pod. All right. I see Ferris here. Ferris, let me know when you're ready. Let me know when you're ready to come up. I don't see his camera on. You may not be ready yet. Dr. Kush, good morning. Good morning. Corey Hunt in the house. Good morning. He's saying good morning on both channels. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
That's love.
That's love. Man.
Appreciate y'all.
Jay the Six. Good morning. Speaking of Jay the Six, I have it queued up right now. I'm editing two videos that B's been getting on me. We recorded it last weekend. Two Panthers videos. They're dropping soon. All right, they're dropping soon, and Jay is going to be in those videos. Appreciate you coming through and helping us make those videos, Jay.
Indeed.
An Unkind Ravens fan. Good morning. It says good morning, y'all. I always miss the show on my off days, but I'm here today. That's what I'm talking about.
Do it when you can.
Yeah. You can always watch the replays. Those are greatly apprecited. Don DeWan says, "Show me the money."
Indeed.
Good morning, Mohammed. Good morning. Rainmaker. Good morning. Says, good morning, guys. Two of my favorite Ravens podcasters getting my day started on a positive note. Salute. Just Aloe. Salute. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone has a great day. Yes, Gatekeeper fans. Linda Baum gets $25 million a year. We'll discuss that too. It's just weird how people pocket watch, the good players that we need, but know, the ones we don't. It's fine. It's fine. CES Jr. Good morning. What else we got here? Harry Holland in the house. Good morning. RJ Trap. Good morning. Hey. Julian Otis. Good morning. Pay the bills. Salute. Good morning. Coach in the house. What's up, Coach?
Good morning, Coach.
I saw your Coach did a video with
Nitro.
Engraven.
Oh,
did Engraven. Yep, I watched it this morning.
Coach be making the rounds.
Yeah. Go check it out. Sea Iron Addict, salute. Good morning. Bazel, salute. Good morning. Who else is in here? The Nigerian Nightmare. Good morning.
Happy hump day.
Cam Dom. Good morning. Who else do we get? Imani. Good morning. Michael Hawthorne. Good morning. Safe to Totality had the absolute best Ravens mock draft ever last night. I didn't see that. I saw that in the queue. I'm gonna watch that next. Shifty, good morning. Let's see.
I think it's all fit into last year.
Tracy is here. Good morning, Tracy. Good to see you.
Indeed.
Who else is here? Dance fan, good morning. Daryl Bradley, good morning. Mr. Black Ice, good morning. Flagship, good morning. Says, I'm not trying to pocket watch, but $25 million could get us 2 guards and a replacement center. I don't know I don't know if you know how much good offensive linemen get paid. Yeah, yes, you're right. They could get us that, but what's the quality that we're getting for that, right? Like quality over quantity. I want these guys to be able to play. Like, yeah, we can bring back Falele for $10 million. You're right. But I want those players to be good. But you know what else we can do, Flagship? We can pay the $25 million and still get those guys.
We could
do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, since we pocket watching everybody's money. Roquan Smith is like $30 million against 32. The cap. 32 million against the cap. I'm just saying.
Right.
I look, and to be very clear, because I'm pro player. Player, this is player first over here. If bringing down his cap number involves him taking a pay cut, no way. If I'm Roquan Smith, I'm advising get all your money. Don't give back a dime.
Thanks.
If you can bring down his number and he still gets his money, you got to do that. You got to make that happen.
Right? Yeah. And it's great. It's crazy because, and I understand.
My bad. What's up, Ferris?
What's up, Ferris?
How's everyone doing tonight?
Good.
Chilling. I understand that, people see the 25 mil price tag per year. That doesn't mean he'll cost 25 mil versus the cap this season. They can structure the cap, but he can only take up like 6 mil. But I don't hear anybody talking about the 3.2 mil that Tylan Wallace and DeAndre Hopkins' void year took yesterday. I don't hear anybody talking about that lost 3 mil that we could have used to go somewhere else. Just saying.
Hey, good point. JR, good morning. I see you in here. Cousin Davon, salute. Good morning. Flockafella, salute.
Flockafella. I like that.
Fans, it's not your money from another fan. Facts. It's one of those things where you are told that center is not a high value position, and also it's offense because you don't care about non-high value positions getting paid on defense, right? We just talked about Roquan Smith. He doesn't play a high value position.
Right.
But we give a lot of money. Yes, 25 million is high. He's resetting the center position, right? Pay position. But in 2 years, in a year, if he's still playing a high level, he's an all-pro center. Nobody's going to remember what he gets paid. Right. The money is always going to go up. We can't worry about that. But we do have to worry about our finances. Can we do everything that we want to do and sign him? Right. So
yeah. Want to hear a funny story?
Sure.
It's not EDC's money either.
Right.
They ain't coming out of his pockets.
You can do it. The Saints have been in cap hell for
20 years.
Yeah. Every year they're 30 million over the cap, and then two weeks before the season starts, they're 10 million under it.
Yeah.
No Ferris. They were 70. They were 70 mil over the cap.
Yes.
And turned around and were 40 mil under.
Exactly.
In about 4 days.
But this is what we do this a lot as fans, and we only do this on offense. Like, I don't know if you guys realize this. You only do this on offense. You don't really make these arguments for defensive players. 70 million over Creed. Geez. Yes, Creed Humphrey is a better player. Creed Humphrey, when his contract comes up, is going to make more than Tyler Linderbaum, right? It's Tyler Linderbaum's term right now. That's how the market works, right? Like, I know you're thinking, man, we ain't got Creed Humphrey over here. No, and you can't get Creed Humphrey. If Creed Humphrey was out there, then we could say, hey, man, no, we ain't paying you that. I'd rather give it to Creed Humphrey. You can't give it to Creed Humphrey. We can only give it to Tyler Linderbaum. And very few people, not saying not you, but very few people can give me a name of who to replace Tyler Linderbaum with. The only one I can think of is Connor McGovern, and he's not. And Connor McGovern isn't better than Tyler Linderbaum
at all.
But he's solid, and I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Depending on the Connor McGovern you're talking about too.
Oh, that's right. There's two Connor McGoverns.
He's the only dude. There's really two of them. It hurts my brain because I'm like, who are we talking about? Which one? Because they were both guards and they both play center. They're like, so it's like, you know what I mean? It's like,
right. And then are we really okay with taking a step down and giving him 17 mil per year?
Yeah, because you decrease. Right. Yeah, you decrease in talent. You from.
But you're still gonna pay. You're still gonna pay around top market value.
Yes.
Yeah, and exactly too. Like why
What's
not?
Up,
why not? I think Shifty just said. He says, why not give the money to your homegrown kids?
Right.
Pay the people you drafted and you help develop. Why give them the money? They're there. They want to be there. But also too, because if we're going with the best player should always be paid the most money. Why is any quarterback paid more than Patrick Mahomes then?
Hmm.
There are 6 quarterbacks in the NFL that make more money than him. If we're using the logic with Tyler Linderbaum, Jordan Love shouldn't be paid more than Patrick Mahomes. Neither is Tua. Neither is Trevor Lawrence. Matthew Stafford shouldn't be paid more than him. Neither should Josh Allen be. And no offense to Baltimore, neither should Lamar Jackson then.
Yo, Jamai.
You know what I mean? So if we're going to use the same logic, the highest paid quarterback every year should be Dak Prescott. Shouldn't be getting $60 million a year, while to Patrick Mahomes getting 50. Ain't no way you're gonna tell me Dak Prescott $10 million better than Patrick Mahomes. Nobody in their right mind thinks that. Nobody in their right mind thinks that. It's just it was his time to get paid.
That's
his time to get paid, man. That's how it is.
But we have no issues, and not us. A lot of us here, but most of the flock don't have an issue of taking on Max Crosby's $100 million contract.
Exactly.
That's not an issue. We could find a way to make that fit.
Three-year defenders make four-year defenders make almost $100 million each.
Yeah,
you have $400 million on your defense.
Investing in 4 positions, and one is a question mark.
And three of the 4 positions aren't seen as premier positions anymore. Your safety, your middle linebacker, and in your defensive tackle that had a great 1 year, but it wasn't really and you're like your
slot
corner. Well, actually, the nickel now is people are starting.
Are they paying $100 million to nickel corner?
No. Kenny Moore isn't getting $100 million. That's a good point of that. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that's literally $400 million. $400 million for 4 positions that people don't value as much. Mm-hmm. People at safeties walk out the door all the time. They let them walk out the door all the time. And they replace them with someone else. They let them walk. Linebacker, man, they let them walk. Y'all let CJ Mosley walk out the door.
Yep.
For
$17 million a year.
Exactly.
And inside Roquan for $20 million.
And then you replace him with Patrick Queen. No, Julian, that's not what I said.
Well, hold on. Before we bring up Julian's, let me give a shout out to Imagine Magic World from greetings from Germany. Yes, is it you two kind of are becoming my favorite Ravens information and discussion source. Keep up the good work. I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you. That overseas love hit different.
Coach C, good morning. Appreciate you coming through. Says you pay for what you need. I agree. Right. I agree. We got to prioritize what we need. I agree with that. KYD, good morning. So the 25 mil is a story by Lindy's agent, so he didn't look greedy for squeezing EDC for a $22 million contract.
That is always negotiating 101. You ask for more than what you want, so you get what you actually really want all in your pocket. Like
all the time.
All right, which one are you looking at, Ferris? Julian?
He said, okay, why should no, I'm not talking Linderbaum shouldn't be paid more than Lamar Jackson. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the best player in every position in the NFL is never the highest paid player.
Right.
Like ever. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, like like people in Baltimore, they think Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback in the league. Fine. If that's what y'all want to think, fine. But I think it's Patrick Mahomes. And I don't think if we're using the same logic of why are we paying Tyler Linderbaum more than Creed Humphrey, if Creed Humphrey's the best center, then no quarterback should be paid more than Patrick Mahomes. No wide receiver should be paid more than Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, period. Nobody. Nobody should be paid more than Myles Garrett playing defensive end. Like no one. Tom Brady was never the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. He rarely was. And we all know who the best quarterback in the NFL was. It was him. Mm-hmm. But Matthew Stafford was making more than him. Eli Manning was making more than him. Peyton Manning was making more than him. Everyone kept making more than him. If you're using that same logic for Tyler Linderbaum over Creed Humphrey, you're not going to keep great players. You're just not. And exactly, the cap keeps going up. There's going to be an extra $370 million, bro. It's $370 million in cap space now for everybody.
Yep. Yeah. What? $370 million? No, it's not first.
Yeah, it went up to 370.
It went up to 301. It was 270. It was 279 a year before. So the point that you're making is the cap went up $22 million, right?
Yes.
And the Ravens still have less than $22 million to spend right now. So they're making bad decisions with their money and still have holes to plug everywhere on this team. That's what you're saying. I get it.
What's up, Skip Mode? Appreciate you coming through. Jabari Cruz salute says, all I know that there was no way we was going to let Kyle Hamilton walk when it was time to get paid. Facts.
No matter the price. No matter the price.
Because we value
safeties.
Yes, it's not, it's not about a position of value. It's about who we value, because safeties aren't a position of value.
Right.
But we value safeties over here, obviously. we value middle linebackers. We value tight ends. And I want to bring it up too, because I saw that tweet from Jeff Zrebic about the Ravens actually made likely the priority, but they couldn't get a deal done. So then they pivoted to Andrews, which was always going to be easier because he wasn't going to ask for as much. Mm-hmm. That's not good either, right? Like, like that doesn't make it better in my eyes, because
you're a horrible negotiator.
Like that's just you're going for cheaper, right? Mm-hmm. And you get what you pay for. Is Andrews worth committing that amount of money to at this point in his career, especially when you have other tight ends available in free agency, like Kyle Pitts, you know what I'm saying? Like Dallas Goedert, like guys that are more productive than him. What's the rush, right? He's going to be there, and he's only going to command a certain amount of money. There's no rush to get it done. And again, like that was, I understand why they did it, because EDC was just going along with his friend John, but this is why I also got to blame him, because you're supposed to be the GM. You're not supposed to be just following what the coach does. Right?
Nobody was stealing Mark Andrews from you.
Nobody
was stealing him from you. You know what I mean? So I don't understand.
Yeah, and I mean, if you just follow the process of every offseason and look what happens right now, Detroit may be having a fire sale. Sam Laporta may be available. Like, they're getting rid of people to create that salary cap room. And if you'd have just been patient and waited, because we see this every season, but he panicked and was like, oh, we can't get a deal done with Likely right now. Okay, how about waiting to see if you can get a deal done with him later? And if it doesn't happen, Mark Andrews is always a fallback plan. You didn't have to get it done at the end of the season. You didn't know who was going to become available. You didn't know what the draft was going to look like. But yet still, you just said, let me jump out here and support one of my friends. He's going to be in the Ring of Honor, so let me just go out and get him now. And it's bad decision-making. We don't have a problem with that. We're talking about Linderbaum breaking the bank at the center position, but we just threw away $13 million for 3 years on a position for a guy that has not been productive. He's been declining each and every season, but we feel like it's okay to give him $13 million. We get him top 5 tight end money, and he ain't top 15. It's crazy.
13. Yeah. Wait, Tyler, 13 million?
3 years, 39 million, 13 mil per season.
But that's what upsets me about this team, right? Like, we're talking about Linderbaum getting 25 mil a year, and we're like, that's too much. If it's 18, 19, fine, right? Mm-hmm. But extra $6-7 million, we have a problem with that. We're paying a man that shouldn't even be on his team $13 million a year.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I would have cut him.
Coach said it. Coach said it. We should have prioritized Kolar. I agree.
Yep.
Him and Likely.
Yep.
Because I'm sorry, man. I would have cut him after that playoff game.
It was what did it Likely ask for? If Mark Andrews got 13 million, what did Likely ask for? That was too rich for EDC's blood.
Some reports were 16. Some reports were 18.
Come on, son. Why we lying out?
Like we couldn't get that up.
Why we lying out here, dog?
And
brother was not asking for 18 million.
But people make the argument that Likely has never had a 500-yard season. I don't care about that. I don't care anything about that. I care that he showed up in the playoffs. When we needed him in the playoffs, he showed up. Where was your top 2, not 2 tight end at through 8 years? No touchdowns, 40 yards per game, 8 drops. 2 turnovers. Like,
well, I'm okay if that's the argument. If the argument is, hey, I just don't think Likely's that guy, right? If they're thinking he hasn't really shown it, and despite what people think, we have given him opportunities, and I just don't feel like he's going to be worth paying that kind of money for. That's fine, but don't pay Mark Andrews. Like that's my whole thing. Like,
walk. Let him
if you're saying we're trying to get better than both of them, then that's fine. We're gonna get Kyle Pitts. We're going to draft Kenyon Sadiq. That's what we're looking to do. But we need to upgrade at this position. That's fine. You don't bring back Mark Andrews.
You cut him. You cut him after what happened, bro. That's a performance cut.
No. You didn't have to cut him. His contract was done.
Okay, then you shouldn't have resigned him. Then you should just let him go on his merry way, bro. I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get him.
And guess what? If you want to bring him back, I mean, make all the moves that you're going to make first, right? And then see, circle back to him and say, hey, we got enough money. This is a deal that we can do. That's what you do with players like that. Not with Isaiah Likely, who's younger and is one of the better tight end options out there. Is going to make some money.
He said we're not supposed to re-sign a top 3 tight end because he dropped the ball. When has Mark Andrews been a top 3 tight end? He had a 1,000-yard season in 2022. Ever since then, he's declined. He's done nothing in the playoffs. Absolutely nothing. Last season was supposed to be his redemption year after the drop. What did he do? Have his worst statistical season. But
he has 0 touchdowns.
No. Where is he top 3 at though? Where do you get that assertion?
Well, that's what, why do you think he's top 3? Like, what makes you think he's top 3? He had a top 3 season. Was it 2-3 years ago?
No, 2022.
Yeah.
His one all-pro season, his 1,000-yard season. That's it.
Yeah. That's not enough. that's not enough. YT says, yo, what's good, fellas? First time checking in live. Hey, appreciate you coming through, man. Appreciate it. Flagship says, I have a problem with Andrews getting 13 and not saying they shouldn't have paid Likely, but if Likely asks for too much for EDC's taste, you pivot to the other young tight end in Collard, not the 30-year-old. Facts.
Yeah. Me personally, I like Isaiah Likely. I've been a big fan of him when he was at Coastal Carolina. I thought you guys got a steal in the 4th round personally. And I thought he was going to become your number 1 tight end. I still think he can be a number 1 tight end. I think he's better than a lot of tight ends in this league that are number 1 tight ends. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like those two cats in New York wearing blue, especially that bum out of Penn State. He's definitely better than him. The other guy, he doesn't get on the field, so I can't really shit on Daniel Bellinger. Wow. But the other one can't catch to save his life. So there is that. So he's definitely better than that tight end one. So he's better than the tight end one in the other New York team because they don't know the 5th round. See, it was a better steal. I've been a big fan of him, man. I thought he was going to become your tight end one. I don't know. I think y'all should have started shifting. I think y'all should have started shifting to him because I'm a big fan of him.
And again, if EDC knew that Harbaugh was getting fired, that deal wouldn't have been done. So part of the blame is on the bulk of the blame has to go to Steve Bisciotti, right? You created this structure to where you have the GM and the coach on equal footing, and it's not supposed to be that way, right? The coach is supposed to report to the GM reports to the owner, and that structure is that way for a purpose. So that way they're not too buddy. They're looking at each other as co-workers, and his voice is as big as mine. So when he says something, I'm gonna try and go along with it. No. And if you have it that way, then you can have that conversation with EDC and say, hey, we might be going another direction after this season, right? And he understands that, and he operates accordingly. But because the two of them are like this, and you're like this with the coach, right? You don't feel comfortable telling EDC what you really feel because that wasn't something that he thought of the last week of the season. He was thinking about that from the beginning of the season.
Yep.
From the beginning of the season. So you should have said something then like, hey, we're going to be going in this direction if we don't win, just to let you know, right? And when Harbaugh says, hey, let's get Mark Andrews re-signed, you say, let's hold off on that, John. Let's hold off. We'll talk in the off season. Because I know that's one of the conversations they're having right now. Like, Jesse, man, do you like Mark? Like, can you use Mark?
Right.
And Jesse like, oh well,
Let me talk to Declan real quick.
Can he block? No, he can't block. Oh man. Is he healthy?
Is he going to turn the ball over in an important situation? Is he going to make a touchdown catch in the playoffs? No, he's not. But let's resign him anyway. Like I said this before, Hayden Hurst, Marquise Brown have more postseason touchdowns than Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, and those two haven't been with the team in years.
Hey, real quick, because you weren't here yesterday, I see you put him in your thumbnail. AJ Brown, there's rumors. There's rumors that he could be had for a first. What's up, Nitro? He could be had for a first and second round pick. One, I think I don't believe that it'll take that much if they're trading him. Two, would you give up a first and second round pick for AJ Brown?
I would. Listen, what else are we gonna do? Like he's proven. We're going into the draft. Everybody's speculating, should we go offense, should we go defense, what player we should get. I'm saying we should take a guy that played 6 games or 6 snaps last season and hope that he has the potential to be somebody. We know AJ. What is it? Caleb dude from Florida.
Caleb Banks.
Oh, Caleb. Yeah.
Big boy.
Yeah, big boy. He has potential, but we don't know if it translates to the NFL. We know he's going to be great at run stopping. We don't know about getting after the quarterback. We'll take a chance on that, but we won't take a chance on a guy we know can put up 1,500 yards a year. We know a guy that can take the coverage away from Zay Flowers and open him up for a world of possibilities. We know this because we've seen it at 2 different stops with a bad quarterback and with a quarterback that's a fraud, according to Bradley. So why would you not give up something for
according to society, to be quite honest with you,
for something that you know is going to be productive in the league, for something that you speculate could be? I do it every day. I mean, I know people are like, oh no, I'll go for somebody else. Why not? We'd give up that first rounder for a defender because there are years when we didn't have the money and we were talking about a cornerback maybe available. And they're like, just give it the first. We know he can play. He can play defense. But for offense, we're always like, nah, not that guy. Maybe somebody else.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give up a first.
We got a super chat from Kobe. Appreciate you, Kobe. Says, in defense of Steve, his structure prevents a Bill situation where a GM sits in the owner's box during the game, blaming the coach for underperformance. But that's, I mean, well, the Bills just, that's another poor organization, right? Like,
yeah.
When you pick bad workers, that just happens.
They're not good. Yeah. Speaking of it, bro, this is what blew my mind, right? This is what blew my mind. So first year with Sean McDermott, this is what I found out.
Thank you, Kobe.
Yeah, so first year with Sean McDermott, there was no GM. He was the GM. So he operated that draft. He drafted 4 All-Pros in that draft. He unfortunately made the trade that ruined their franchise forever when he traded with Kansas City. When Kansas City traded up for you-know-who, that ruined his life. But in the process of that trade, he drafted 4 All-Pros, or is it 3? He did a better job in his first draft than Brandon Beane has done in the subsequent drafts afterwards. Because even, like, no offense to Ed Oliver, I like Ed Oliver.
He cool.
But is he number 6 overall pick cool? You know what I mean? No. AJ Epinesa, he's a good rotational defensive end.
But okay, you're allowed to have misses because I remember when Ed Oliver came out, we thought that was gonna be the next.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna have.
Even also too with AJ Epinesa and Gregory Rousseau, I was a big fan of all 3 picks, and then something just didn't pan. And then he got Matt Milano. So see, he was doing good. It's just that the receiver room was that's just complete negligence. That was just complete and unmitigated negligence. You know what I mean? When your best player is Josh Palmer, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. And then you're like, we should trade for the corpse of Amari Cooper.
All right. We got over 200 people watching. Salute to y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're new in here, hit that subscribe button. 2 channels are live right now: Lunch Break Hot Take and the Road Pod. Also, check out Ferris's channel, Good Friends, Better Rivals. All right. I'm gonna read a couple more comments and then we gotta hit the road. Carlos Rosado, appreciate you coming through. He says, gentlemen, good morning. To be honest, the only way AJ will be traded if their trade partners eats at least 60% of his contract, because it's a $48 million dead cap hit if traded prior to June 1st. It's $27 million if because it hits to 53 million. Yes, no, and you know they can, and you can have an agreement in place,
right?
You know, and yes, and it probably would be something like that. Well, hey, you got to eat some of this dead cap or whatever.
It's not necessarily true, because when they traded Jared Goff, that didn't happen. I mean, I'm sorry, Carson Wentz. When they traded Carson Wentz, that didn't happen, and he ate up a lot more of the cap than that. But I'm sure they would want some kind of provisions to kind of help them out, because they do have some positions of need.
But I think I don't think he's as available as people think, right? They're just looking at, you know, his antics and they think, oh well, Philly is tired of him, they want to move on. I don't think they want to move on while their Super Bowl window is still open. Right. I think the minute they show that they're not quite there yet, they got to retool a little bit, then they'll move on. But right now, I think they're looking at like, nah, we're gonna run him back and we can deal with this crying because he's worth it. Thanks. But for the people, I saw some people in here say no, you wouldn't do the trade. One person said hell no. Well, what players in the draft do you think we're gonna get first and second round? Yeah. Like I always ask that, like who, like, and listen, you got some players in mind. You're thinking this player will be better. All right, I mean, it's risky. Like you're talking about an elite level wide receiver, right? I want proven over potential. We got 2 more super chats in here. Salute to CES Junior says, "Oh, y'all trying to leave? Oh, see? Here we go. Here we go." And here's Kobe says, "EDC wants to go 60% in the draft, but went 0% in 21."
Appreciate that.
Facts.
You know,
facts.
Can't hit them all.
I saw something about the comp picks that are being distributed. They're saying we're getting like 2 5ths, 2 7ths. Are those the picks that are already factored into what we're going into the draft with, or are these additional picks?
No, those are the picks. They're factored in.
Okay. They're factored into
we just didn't know. We know where they were going to be slotted. We just didn't know the actual number. We won't know the actual number close to the draft. You know.
Okay. Gotcha.
Because you was like 12.
Right.
You was like 12.
Yeah. So all right. So 10 draft picks. That's why I'm just like, yeah, give a first and second round pick for somebody. We had 8 more draft picks, and if you don't like where the picks are, then stop praising EDC for these comp picks, right? Like we keep holding on to these 5th, 6th, 7th round picks like they're gold,
right?
And we don't expect anything from those picks, so stop hoarding them.
Facts. And it didn't say it had to be a second round this year.
True.
So it could be a first this year and a second next year. So we still keep our second round pick, and then with all the 4th round picks that we got, package some stuff together and move back into the first round. Like there are an infinite number of possibilities and ways that you can maneuver this. We are just used to EDC and his just simple trade back, get more picks. Like there are ways that general managers go back into the first round and get guys that they want. We did this when we drafted Lamar Jackson. We took Hayden Hurst and went back into the first round and got Lamar. We can do it and it can be done again. I'm not saying we have to do this for AJ Brown, but we need to find a splash player that's going to elevate this team, because the way that we've been operating in this draft first mentality, it's not working. We skip out on the first parts of free agency just so we can get comp picks to get guys in the 5th, 6th, or 7th round that aren't going to stick on the team. We let guys walk out the door or don't even take a look at or made a phone call for that we just never got to, just so we can have these extra picks for what? Because you're never packaging them up to go get better players. Moving back to the 5th, 6th, 7th round, you're not getting the creme de la creme of the draft. And we found it. He's not one guy that can find steals. So what are we keeping all these picks for?
Yeah.
Because oh my bad, Jose.
No, go ahead, Ferris.
No, I was about to say I want to bring up a certain GM. He goes by the name of Les Snead. He once got rid of all his 2nd and 1st round picks because I think someone said in the chat earlier, said, I want to go all in with Lamar, even if we suck a couple years later. Well, I'm telling you this. Hey, here, listen to the words I'm about to tell you, my brother. You don't got to do that, because a team literally showed you can go all in right now and still be a playoff contender as you go forward. because their GM knows how to do his job. He finds Byron Young in the 3rd round. He finds Kobe Turner in the 3rd round. He signs Quentin Lake, who just got a big deal this year as one of their best safeties.
In the 5th.
In the 5th. He found Quentin Lake in the 6th. You know what I mean? So he found Cooper Kupp in the 3rd or 4th. You know what I mean?
Third.
So you can go all in. You can trade a 1st round pick for a Von Miller or, sign Leonard Floyd and do all of that stuff. Yeah. And still be good later on in the road without the 1st and 2nd round picks.
I'll say this, and I'm gonna ask you about Kyler Murray in a second. But I think with Leslie can do that because Sean McVay has a great offensive mind, right? He can look at these players and much like John Harbaugh said, I want Puka Nacua, right? He pounded the table for Puka Nacua. Sean McVay actually can say that, no, get that guy right there. Leslie can trust Sean McVay because Sean McVay knows exactly what to do with a player like that. He has a much better vision than the coach we had before. I feel like Jesse Minter and staff can do something similar to where we can hit more on these later draft picks because they actually have a vision for them and know how to use those players. So we might be able to get more production from those players. But Kyler Murray, he hasn't been released, but he's about to be released.
He's gonna be released. Yeah.
Where's he going to end up?
They just released him.
They did.
Unless it's not like official. They
can't. Yeah.
Okay, so not officially. My bad.
Where's he end up?
Pittsburgh or New York?
Jets. Pittsburgh. Yeah. Pittsburgh going again with their, whoever's out there, we get them. Well, do the Dolphins go from Tua to Kyler? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
That'd be hilarious.
So they'll just
thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Says, what if we gave up 2 first-round picks and Bateman plus a low pick, like a 5th for Justin Jefferson? It wouldn't take that much.
It wouldn't.
You think Kyler Murray? You think Houston with Kyler Murray beats New England?
No.
Okay.
I remember the last time I saw Kyler Murray in the playoffs. I remember the last time I saw Kyler Murray in the playoffs.
I don't know. I think they might. Listen, how many times did CJ Stroud turn the ball over in that game?
Man,
4
times.
4.
I think Kyler Murray could have played better than that. They still could have won that game.
Yeah.
They still could have won that game. They needed a quarterback to not turn the ball over.
I mean, if they'd put the backup, then they would have won.
Davis Mills?
Yes.
Yeah, because when CJ Stroud went down, he carried that team a little bit. So if Davis Mills would have came at halftime, they might have won that game.
He should have done it.
Does it go to Atlanta because Michael Penix got the injury stuff?
That's a possibility. But
it
depends on the price point.
Yeah, apparently Kevin Stefanski during the draft he's going to do the minimum. The minimum. They're not I think it's like $2 million. I think the vet minimum. So
I
see what's going
on here.
He's gonna do the vet.
We gotta leave. I see what's going on here. Thank you, Kobe. Appreciate it. Says maybe EDC didn't trust Harv's staff to go all in. Man, no, you can't have it both ways if you're EDC, right? Like that's your friend, and you're doing everything he tells you to do. Clearly, right? You're drafting players that only benefit Harbaugh's agenda, right? Not the team's agenda, Harbaugh's agenda. And you got to tell him, you have to tell Harbaugh, it's your job as GM to say, hey man, I'm getting these guys. You need to develop them. Right. I can't draft these guys and then you're not playing them. Then we have to go into free agency and make up for that. You have to make these work. So if you don't know, if you're not sure, bring in some guys that can develop these guys or that will fit your system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And to Ferris's point about the Rams, 8 years, no first round picks. 8 years.
Didn't stop them.
8 years. Then they had an all-star squad. Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Cooper Kupp, Jalen Ramsey, and they paid Jared Goff over $100 million, traded him. All those players left and went, and they're still in contention for a Super Bowl. But yet still, we still want to go with this. Let's draft all 10 players and hope for the best.
Jared Verse, Braden Fisk.
Florida State, baby.
You know, well, yeah, but there are transfers. But shout out to Albany. Shout out to University of Albany, Jared Verse. Just point that out. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? Give credit where credit is due. Give credit where the development happened.
Florida State.
And then you guys just stole the player.
Florida State.
Yeah.
All right, last one, and I gotta go for real. Appreciate you, CES Junior. Says you really think it will take less than 2 first-round picks to get Justin Jefferson? I don't think so. I think it would take less. But to answer your question, because we didn't answer your question, yes, I give up 2 first-round picks. I give up 2 first-round picks for Justin Jefferson. I do think it will take less because B pointed this out. You don't really see wide receivers get traded for that. Like Tyreek Hill didn't go for 2 first-round picks. No,
I don't think so.
I think it was like because you know what it is.
I know they got a bunch of seconds. I know they got at least 1 first and a bunch of seconds.
Yeah,
just because I got you. It's a first, a second, a fourth, and a 2023 4th and 6th.
Yeah.
Plus Miami signed him. Plus Miami signed him to the 120.
And that's why wide receivers don't go for 2 first because you already got to pay them, right?
Yeah.
So the teams got to be mindful of that. If you're looking to move them, you got to find somebody that's willing to take on that salary. They're not going to do that and give up that much draft capital, right?
It was 5 draft picks. 5 draft picks.
Yeah. We got 5 draft picks. You want 5 first some other stuff?
Yeah. It was 5 draft picks, 1 first-round pick that year in 2022.
Yes.
Shout out to you, big dog. Shout out to you.
I appreciate that.
No, yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like if Tyreek Hill at the height of his power, went for a first-round pick and a second-round pick in the 2022 draft, then a 4th as well in that same draft, and then a 4th and a 6th in the next year's draft. Y'all can get AJ Brown for less than a first-round pick.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, like someone said, if you guys eat his money, you then can say to Philly, I ain't giving you a first-round pick. I'm going to eat his money. So I'll give you a second.
We really doing this.
My man. Hey man, someone said let's keep Black History going. Let's call it Melanin March. Shout out to you, Big Doug.
Melanated March.
Melanated March. Shout out to you, Big Doug.
If we gave up five draft picks in this draft, we still have 5 draft picks.
Oh, Kobe, you a bad man. You're a bad man, Kobe.
Wow. He said, y'all gonna be late for work today.
First of all,
he said, as he has said, I'm off today. I ain't got nowhere to be. I feel y'all. I feel you. Okay.
My next job ain't till 11, so I'm Gucci.
Hey, you know what? Hey, like if I got to run a little late today, I guess I got to run a little late today. All right.
Appreciate
that's what's gonna happen. You see, Dave was a Zeta boss. He shows up when he wants, y'all. Don't listen to that. That's not true.
Thanks.
Hey, I tell you all the time, man. The higher up you go, the more the harder it is to convince people how little power you have, right? Because they think you're in charge. I'm not in charge of anything, man. I have more responsibility. That's all.
Void, primordial. I like that. Oh yes, I would definitely give him a second or third for Will McDonald. Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm not even a defensive guy. At most, with the swiftness. If they offered him today, get him.
You know, he's the only defensive lineman under contract with the Jets. They got rid of everybody. They got rid of everybody, bro. They got rid of it. Because they traded Jermaine Johnson yesterday. How many sick days you got? He has a lot, actually.
Why are you putting my business out there? You don't know how many 6 days I got.
Man, I'm trying to get you more cash on it, big dog.
It's crazy when the police start snitching.
What? I ain't a cop.
It's crazy when Jake starts snitching, boy.
Hey man. If you're gonna insult me,
I'm sorry. Discord police.
No. You know what? If you're gonna insult me like that, you better call me a Fed because that sounds cooler. I'm a G-man. All right.
Yeah. Giant
cop sounds really trash.
Yeah. All right. 12.
All right. Yeah. So they expressed this 5th-year option. Will McDonald is the only edge player of note under contract. They're basically when they traded Jermaine Johnson for Trevondre Stewart. Was it Stewart? I think it was Stewart, the big guy from Tennessee, like the big defender. They basically just told everybody they're going to Arvell Reese too.
Except
Arvell Reese is going at 2. So
right,
they're just shoving people out the way to basically let him just.
All right, let's get out here before the next blitz of super chats come through.
In.
Okay.
Sweat. Thank you, Harry.
Hey, appreciate y'all. Hey, save some of that money for tonight. Okay, the LBHT show is going to be tonight, 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so you have more opportunities to show some love. All right, here we go. Spoken like the man in charge. Hey, seriously, appreciate the love. Really appreciate the love. This definitely helps us do this in the morning because YouTube can be a grind, right? Especially with
Listen, first of all, YouTube steals, and I ain't even talking about just money because I didn't hit over the 60 plateau. I can't remember the number, like 60 something for the last week, and in every 3 days it goes down by 3, and I keep landing at 859 or something like that. They just keep stealing my subs, bro.
They do some shady things. So and I should remind you guys too. We got. I'm gonna start putting a little disclaimer somewhere like
don't
the video.
super chat if you don't have to.
Super chats are always welcome.
Oh,
but
yeah,
if you're going to donate often, like CES and Kobe, who are awesome. All right. If you're going to donate large sums, consider hitting up the Cash Apps. Mine is $ LBHT show. Hendo's is
I forgot.
Oh,
I'll figure it out by next time.
Ferris
LGR20 on Cash App and Venmo.
Because YouTube they take
LGRN20. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, they take more than I've calculated some of the money we made. They take more than 30%. They think they slick.
They tell us they take 30%. It's more. Well, it's 40% of ad revenue. It's supposed to be 30% of everything else. So memberships, super chats, things like that, it's supposed to be 30%. So like, if you're donating $20, they're taking 6 of that. So
or more.
Or more. Just but again, however you donate, we appreciate that.
We do.
Yeah. All right. We are gone. We are out of here. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Come back tonight, 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. All right. Have a great day. Peace.
Oh, Hendo, you don't